I think it's safe to say we got pressure. Hey y'all, welcome back to Magnolia Pines Homestead. We're out here working on a project today. So we've had a couple dry days, but with that the heat and humidity have been kicking it up a notch or two. And that means that we've got to, even though we have these huge waters for our chickens and our pigs, that just means that we're having to fill it up more often. And then also I'm actually having to water the garden again right now since it's dried a few days. So what we're out here working on today is we have rented a trencher, and we're going to run a water line from our pump house over here down to the garden and then down to where we're working on building the pole barn at. That way it's just going to make it a little bit easier for us to water my garden and also the animals. So let's get started.
Swab the hole with some primer, clean it up until it goes down.
What I've been using to water the garden is this IBC tote. We've been having to fill it up. It's not been too bad since it's been raining, but like I said, it's been dry the last couple of days, so I'm having to water the garden more often, and that just means that then we have to use a skid steer to come over and pick up this big tote. But using this trencher and having the lines drawn and everything is actually going to save us a lot of time. Instead, we're just going to be connected to the well. So much easier. Did find one little snag as we were using the trencher here. Got quite a good sized little stump right there. So, oop, I hit that pole. The hubs is going to use the skid steer and dig out that stump so it's not so difficult to work around. This actually makes it so much easier having this grapple here. If you know my husband, digging holes is not his favorite, so of course he'd use a skid steer instead. Closer. However, all right, so the root did need to move, but oh man. All right, we're all connected. Wells hooked up. It's time to do a pressure test. Okay, I think it's safe to say we got pressure. All right, we are thoroughly worn out, but that actually took us about like 3 hours total, just with a few of the hiccups along the way and then having to do the post-hole digging. However, everything's hooked up. We did our pressure test and everything's working great. We're going to come back tomorrow, probably bring the boys with us to help kick in the dirt, put them to work a little bit. In the meantime, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you in the next video, and I'm going to leave you with some super cute footage of our Kune Kune boys enjoying the new watering system. See you in the next video. And now I'm going to leave you. This hat, y'all. Ah! I'm going to edit this part. Thanks again for joining us on this project, and we'll see.